but then there was like howlers.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's 9 o'clock. I call this Sawyer County Public Safety Committee meeting to order. Can we have a roll call, Madam Clerk?
Bob Coles,
Present.
Mark Hobig, Jeff Haney,
Here.
Marshall Savitsky,
Here.
Jim Evans is on.
Here.
All right, you have a quorum.
Okay, pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, number 4, certification of compliance with open meeting law.
This meeting was noticed to the media and the public as required by section 19.84 of the Wisconsin statutes.
Okay, number 5, the agenda is set. Number 6, public comment. Do we have anybody that wants? Linda, you want to speak? No? Nobody got their hand up? Okay. All right, number 7, consider approval of the minutes from a previous meeting.
Make the motion.
And I will second that motion.
We have a motion by Mr. Helwig and a second by Mr. Savitsky to approve the minutes of the 6/5/25 meeting. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Number 8, Circuit Court. We don't have no judge. Nobody wants to give us a report. Are all the judges busy? Or are they out fishing?
No comment.
Okay. Just that we were told once there was 2 judges, they would have a representation here every meeting. I'm just asking.
For lawyers, they lie.
All right, number 9, Clerk of Courts. Marge?
As you can see on my report, we are now up full staff with our full-time Phil, our criminal clerk. He's just coming back from paternity leave. He was out for a week. And then Hannah, our new civil small claims probate clerk, she's been with us for a few weeks too now. They're catching on pretty quick, so we're pretty happy.
Good. So it sounds like everything's running pretty smooth for you.
As smooth as it can.
Well,
There's
I
always
never run
bumps.
smooth, but it could, okay.
There's always bumps.
All right, anyone have any questions for Marge? Mr. Evans?
No, sir, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. All right, number 10, Sheriff's Report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You can see from our patrol call volume has decreased from last month to 684. Shows our 3 months trend at 680 for April and 865 for May. There was also a decrease from June where we had 687 called, 2024. During the reporting period, we have issued 28 citations for traffic, 20 written warnings, 8 non-traffic citations, and for community maps, there have been 16 total crashes, 2 with personal injury, and no additional fatalities as of yet. We're hoping that continues throughout the holiday weekend here. Our total crashes to date have been 134, 25 personal injury, and 1 fatality. We are on track for our 5-year average, so we're hoping to stay pretty close to that. I want to point out and thank you to the Wisconsin National Guard for their assistance with the City of Hayward in reworking the terrain and layout for the City of Hayward shooting range. We utilize that often along with other agency partners for our annual qualifications. They did some really nice work out there. The last of our 3 squads have been delivered to Gen Con for upfitting and will be ready for assignment later this summer. And as all the holiday seasons, you can see us down at the Winter July Jubilee and the festivities and parade this weekend. We'll also be providing traffic control for Stone Lake, Round Lake, and some of the surrounding communities as we're able to amidst the calls for service. And that concludes my report.
Okay, thank you. Anyone have any questions for Lieutenant? Mr. Evans, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, number B, Jail Report.
For the jail report, average daily population for June of this year is 61. Year to date is 57 average, and last year was 58. So we are up 3 this month from last year, but we're continually hovering the last couple of years right around that 60 mark, substantially less than it has been in the years past. We do have 4 out on electronic monitoring. So, and our daily population day of the report was 59, again, right around that 60 mark. So
Okay.
that concludes my report.
All right. Anyone have any questions on the sheriff's report for the jail?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Number C, code enforcement report. Chaz is not with us, but she did give us a report. Did everybody get a chance to look at that report? Mr. Evans, did you get a chance to look at it or no?
I have not.
Okay, well, she always gives us a good report. Is there any questions with it? Okay.
I'll make sure to read it.
All right. I know you're away and sometimes it's hard to get that stuff, so. All right. Thank you. Number 11, emergency management.
Morning, thank you. I'll start with the dispatch report. Oh, Chaz is here. Do you want to go back to Chaz?
Yeah.
You want me to?
Oh, you can finish yours and then we'll go to her.
Sounds good. So for the Stark County Communication Center, we're fully live on the SENet. That went live May 15th. With that, we now have ECATS Next Gen 911 Analytics, which provides more in-depth emergency call taking analytics. On June 9th through the 13th at Flat Creek, Sawyer County hosted 34 of 36 students to take part in a training officer program. They are from various departments throughout the region and the state. And we're now entering the testing phase of text to 911. So it's not fully live at this time, but working with all our cell phone companies in the county to get live on that. You'll see there's a new report added to my report this month for the ECATS. But from June of 2024 to June of 2025, we're up about 1,000 or 1,000 calls from 1437 last year to 1536 this year, for a total of calls for service of 7,930. From May 25th to the time this report was generated, the 911 lines took 580 calls. The administrator of our non-emergency lines took 3,303 calls, making a total of 3,883 phone calls that were answered in the communication center in 1 month. It's broken down further in my reports what the analytics show. So with our new system, it's actually giving us far more in-depth detail of what our call takers do every day.
I like this. Good report.
For emergency management, emergency management assisted with resource and donation management for the incident in town of Brown Lake on June 15th and 16th. Working with county administration and GenCom on ongoing radio project. The big thing that we might want to add into future discussion is the hazard mitigation funding update. The federal government has cut the funding for the BRIC grant. So what we usually use the funding for with Northwest Regional Planning, we no longer have that funding. And our plans were to be updated through them August of this year. And basically, in order to receive funding from FEMA in the event of a disaster, the county needs to update and approve a hazard mitigation plan. Last time it was done was 2021, was it, when it was approved, and it needs to be redone every 5 years. So currently, we were awarded a grant, but then they canceled it and we didn't have our plans in place yet. So now we, as far as we know, don't have any funding for it.
So this got to come to this committee first and then on to the county board?
Yep.
Okay.
As far as I know.
So then we'd have to put that on like next month's agenda.
And I have the award documentation that we received from Northwest Regional Planning and from the state. I can forward that on to whoever needs it to look at what we were granted. Because we were in conjunction with Taylor County, Price County, Russ County, and then us. So it was a 4-county funding grant.
I would like to see that.
Okay. And then National Night Out is set for August 5th at the Hayward Intermediate School from 5 to 7 p.m. And Cops and Barbers is set for August 9th at the Landing Resort from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay. Thank you. Good report. Any questions? Mr. Evans, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
thank you. All right, we're gonna back up to code enforcement report. Jazz is done chasing raccoons, I guess.
So last month, last month, the majority of the revenue was from dog licenses. We are in the late season, so there is a late fee. So that's kind of why revenue has been up for those. Admissions into the pound were pretty low, which is good. And the majority of those that went to the pound did get reclaimed by their owners. Calls for animals at large were the most received complaints last month. And then the overall call volume was pretty similar to last month. It's been pretty low, which can't complain, I guess. Otherwise, for public health and environmental health, the TRHs I'm doing inspections for and still, we're getting into the renewal season. Actually, I think we just finished the renewal season for TRHs. And we only received a couple of noise complaints for TRHs this last month. That is all I got.
Okay, all right, thank you. Any questions? Mr. Evans, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, thank you, Jet. Number 12, Child Support Department report. Ms. Okamoto just give this to us and she couldn't stay. She has something come up that she has to attend. So she give us each one of these, and if you guys had a chance to look at it, any questions? If not, we're gonna move on to number 13, EMS mid-year report.
All right. Good morning. As you can see, we got a breakdown of our calls. We got 1,090 calls as of June 15th when I did this report. That's 83 calls more than in 2004 at the same time period. Obviously, I break down our call volume. So falls are always the number one at 160 calls for service so far, and then breathing problems. As of that, we had 77 transfers, chest pain calls 53, and then we've had 51 traffic accidents, and that could be minor to everything else. We continue to monitor and improve response times. What you see notably, City of Hayward has 332 calls with the average time of 5 minutes. Town of Hayward is 263 with 9-minute average. And Bass Lake is 129 with an average of 12 minutes. As you can read, the outlying townships away from the ambulances are anywhere from 14 to 19 minutes, and I have that broken down more in my report. Summer staffing, we've been doing really well with the 2-person crews or the 2 ambulances. However, when we do get a sick call or if a part-timer doesn't pick up that extra shift, we have been noticing that on busy days, there have been increased response times because, we only have 2 ambulances in the county at that time. But for the most part, we are doing a really good job of covering. In July, I am going to be going to one of the biggest EMS leadership conferences there is. It's down in Phoenix in the middle of July. So, but the who's of EMS is going to be down there. And it has a lot of classes. Breakfast starts at 7. Classes start at 7:30 till 7 at night.
Good.
And that'll be a week of that. Other than that, and then I got a list of some of the classes that they're offering, but I'm going to be going to a lot of them. After that, you can see the breakdown of townships and then other ambulance services and other places that we go and how many calls and how long the average it takes to get to them. All right, and then a breakdown of what we get called to. Medical examiner's report, does anybody got any questions? As of right now, I'm still waiting on a couple of toxicology, but I do know, and I'm pretty confident that we do have one more overdose death and of a 29-year-old. So I'm just waiting for toxicology to confirm it, but I'm pretty confident in that outcome.
That was just recently?
It was like a couple 3 weeks ago, something like that. And then I like to give the average age. So, and you can see the breakdown of that and 75 to 78 is about the average life expectancy of Sawyer County.
Don't say that.
So,
Okay,
any questions?
any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, thank you. Good report. Number 14, CJCC council update. Mr. Markgren, you got anything to tell us on that?
I really don't have an update from CJCC. Still waiting on the MOU.
Okay. All right, number 15, board appointed committee updates. Anybody got anything that they want to talk about? Not, okay, number 16, correspondence reports from conferences and other meetings. No, number 17, future agenda items. Liz, you have the one. I'm wondering, maybe I would like to get an update on where we are with this GenCom project. I think the board would be too, so if we could put that on there and see where we're at with that. Okay, you guys got anything you want to put on there? All right, not. Number 18, I want to thank everybody and everybody be safe out there this weekend. We're adjourned.
Happy Independence Day.
Yep, thanks, Mr. Evans.